Released in 1996, Mario and friends had their first ever adventure in the RPG format when Nintendo and Square teamed up to create Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. This game was a mix-up of classic Final Fantasy style battles while keeping the Mario themed charm intact. The game, while never receiving a sequel, has a very large following and is cherished to this day as one of Mario's best journeys to date. Our story begins with Mario charging into Bowser's castle to once again rescue Princess Peach from the clutches of Bowser. When the battle takes place, a giant sword named Exor slams into Bowser's castle, crashing through Star Road in the process. This separates Mario, Bowser, and Peach from each other and scatters the 7-star fragments. In a rush effort, Mario tries to return to the castle only to be blocked by Exor. Fast forward, and Mario begins to make new friends to aid him on his journey. Today on Character Potential, we'll be covering one of the coolest characters in gaming history. Cool Spot. Wait. That's not the right character or game. This star language is confusing, guys. Sorry about that. I think I've got it decoded, but it's easier to call him Geno. Geno is a doll come to life by the power of a star entity sent to gather the 7-star fragments and restore peace to the world. That's all I'm gonna say. Listen, if you haven't played this game yet, it is 22 years old. It's basically a piece of video game history that must be observed. Do yourself a favor and play the game. It's an incredible journey and I implore you to take it. Anyways, let's wish upon a star to show us the ability page so we can see what Geno can do. As usual, these ratings are based on a 1 to 9 scale in reference to the max Smashified. Power. This is a rating of how much base damage a character will do compared to other fighters. Geno is incredibly strong. He is blessed with powers of the divine. The only issue is he's a glass cannon. He can dish out ridiculous amounts of damage, but he can't handle much damage himself. Geno would be an 8 out of 9. Speed. Speed determines how fast a character can move. This covers walking and running animation, swimming if it returns, dodge and edge rolls, etc. Geno is pretty quick, but I wouldn't say he's the fastest. He outspeeds Mario, placing him at about 6 out of 9. Technique. This determines how much of a learning curve the character's moveset would be. Geno has a lot of projectile attacks. Though he can still fight close up, it is recommended to utilize all of his attacks and maintain distance when possible, being that Geno is a glass cannon. Geno would be a 7 out of 9 in technique. Jump. This stat defines how high he jumps, how many jumps he gets, or how good his recovery will be. Geno would have overall average jumps and a decent recovery, making him sit firmly at a 5 out of 9. Weight. This stat determines how light or heavy a character is, as well as whether jumps are floaty and how easy it is to be smashed off the stage. Being a 1, Geno is one of the lightest characters in the game. It is incredibly easy to smash off the stage. He is super powerful, but his defense is poor. For the B special, Geno would use the Geno beam. Tap B to fire a small beam out that does average damage and knockback. If you hold the B button, Geno will charge up energy and fire a larger beam after 3 stars appear. This makes the beam much more powerful and slightly larger. For the forward special, Geno would use the Geno whirl. Geno would throw a disc of light forward at an opponent, doing average damage and knockback. As a nod to Super Mario RPG, there would be a very small chance, like 1 in 1,000, that the attack will do Jigglypuff rest style damage and a 9999 would flash next to the opponent. For the up special, star energy would gather around Geno as he does a rocket punch in a direction you choose. The attack does minor damage but average knockback. The down special would be the Geno blast. Geno would summon light energy that would rain down onto the stage, similar to Palutena's custom move, Heavenly Light. The attack would do average damage and knockback, but is easy to avoid. A great attack for dealing with multiple foes. Catch them off guard. For the neutral A, Geno would fire a small burst of shots similar to his Mario RPG weapon, Finger's Shot. While it's not super powerful, it can flinch opponents, making it a good tool for stopping power. The forward A would be Geno's unarmed rocket punch. Geno would launch his arm forward in an average damage rocket attack. His arm comes back quick, so it can damage opponents whether it's flying at them or returning, making it a solid trick attack. The up A would be the unarmed punch fired upward. The attack is similar to the forward A, it can hit coming or going. Aim well or use it to play mind games, it's up to you. The down A would be the handgun attack. Geno would crouch doing a stronger version of the finger shot that shoots low to the ground. This attack would cause a trip effect if it hits an opponent, setting up for combo possibility. The aerial versions are mostly the same. The neutral air would be the finger shot. The forward air would be the unarmed rocket punch. The up air would be the upper unarmed rocket punch. The down air would be the handgun, except fired at a downward angle depending on which direction you're facing. And for the back air, Geno would aim behind himself and fire the finger shot. The attack is decently powerful and has minor knockback. For the forward smash, Geno would use the double punch. This attack launches both arms out like a rocket exploding on impact. The damage is high and the knockback is major, but the attack starts up slow, so it has its downfall. The up smash would be the star gun. Geno aims upward and fires a barrage of stars that scatter. This attack would do average damage and knockback, and it covers a lot of ground, making it an anti-air option. For the down smash, Geno would use the hand cannon. He points his arms outward and they open at the elbow, firing 3 shots each, doing high damage and knockback. Although this attack is powerful, the range and animation leaves you open from above. For the final smash, he would use the Geno Flash. Geno charges energy from the skies above and turns into a massive cannon, firing a blast of pure star power that explodes like a supernova. Any opponent caught in the blast would be instantly KO'd. For a stage, I would go with the Forest Maze. It's an iconic location in the game. The music in this locale is amazing and would fit right into Smash. Not to mention, this is the place you recruit the Doll of Doom. In fact, all the music in Super Mario RPG is stellar and would make excellent additions to Ultimate's ultimate sound selection. See what I did there? In the Punch-Out Arena, Geno's moniker would say his name in the Star language. It's pretty hard to pronounce. Geno would have 3 taunts. 1. Geno would face the screen, cross his arms, and nod. 2. Geno would raise his arms and glow with star power. 3. Geno shoots his rocket arm out, it does a circle around him and comes back, catching the arm. For a victory pose, Geno would cross his arms and look at the camera. He's a badass and he knows it. For his victory theme, it would be a rearrangement of the Battle Win theme from Mario RPG. Take a listen. Last but not least, alternate colors. These colors are based off various allies and enemies from the Super Mario RPG game. 1. Standard. This would be Geno's standard color. 2. Mallow, one of your first allies in the game. 3. Booster, bad guy. 4. Crate guy, bad guy. 5. Knife guy, bad guy. 6. Don't roast me for roasting this name is Valentina. 7. Croco, bad guy. 8. Big Yoshi. He's the cute boy. And there you have it, guys. Another episode of Character Potential done. Here's my opinion on Geno. I think he's a lock. Sakurai has talked about how he has wanted Geno, he's wanted to incorporate him into the game forever, even back to the Melee days. And with Wii U, there was an interview where they asked him about the different Mii Fighter costumes and things, and Geno was one of the characters that he wanted to incorporate into the game, but time ran short, so they decided to do the Mii costume. With Sakurai wanting this character in the game and in telling us himself that he thinks that Geno would make for an amazing Smash character, he thinks that he'd fit into the game very well, I think it's a lock. This being the ultimate game, He's bringing everybody into it. He's putting all the characters back. He's giving us all kinds of fan favorites and things that we've always wanted to see. I think Geno is a lock. In fact, he will be probably the last character they show us, I think. But let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about the moveset in the comments below. If you have a request, I'm like 10 characters deep, so just be patient. If you have one, I will get to it eventually, I promise. But yeah, just be patient with me, guys. I've been having some computer troubles as of late, so I'm trying to get these out as fast as I can. But as always, I appreciate everybody who watches. I am your pleb. This is Trev, and I will see you next time. Bye.